Alright, today's lesson is on 6.2, adding integers. The first thing I want to talk about is how do we add integers? There are some certain rules, and these are super important. This will help a lot of you be able to do the different problems if you can memorize these two rules. The first thing is that if the signs are the same, okay, that's the key. If they're the same, meaning they're both positive or they're both negative, you're going to add like you normally do and just use that sign. So for example, -2 plus -2. They have the same sign because they're both negative, so I'm going to add like I normally would. I would do 2 plus 2 is 4, but because both of them are negative, my answer is also negative. The other one is if the signs are different, and this is where it gets a little tricky, but if they're different and you're adding, you subtract the numbers in your head and then use the sign of the bigger number. For example, -3 plus 2. Alright? Well, the signs are different. One's negative, one's positive. So I'm going to subtract the numbers. So in my head I do 3 minus 2, which would be 1. And then I use the sign of the bigger number. Well, which number is bigger, 3 or 2? 3, and it's negative, so my answer is negative. So it's -1. We could also use a number line. If we do that, all we need to do is look at the first number they give us. So this problem, it's -7. I start at 0, and I walk all the way to -7. So now I'm here. Then it says plus a +4, which means I have to go back the other way in the positive direction 4 times. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did I end up? At -3, so my answer is -3. The next problem, I have 6 plus -13. Erase this one. Alright, so I go to +6 on the number line starting from 0. And then it says to go in the negative direction 13 times. So that would be going to the left. So I start at 6 where I ended and I go 13 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times. I ended up right here at -7. So that is my answer. At this time, I would like you to try these two problems, so please hit pause and then continue the video once you've tried them. Alright, so for these, let's get this gone. The first one is -2 plus 6, so I walk to -2. And then it says to go +6, so positive is to the right. So I'm going to hop 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I ended up on +4. So that's my answer. And for the other one, back to, let's see, blue. -3 plus -6, so I walk to -3. And then it says to continue going -6 times. So I'm going to hop 6 times to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I ended up at -9. So if it's possible, you can definitely draw out a number line and use that to help you add integers. The other way is to just use the rules that we talked about. In this case, these problems have the same sign, both of them are negative, so I'm going to just add like I normally would. I would do 9 plus 5 in my head, and I get 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I have to use the sign that they both have. In this case, it's negative. In this problem, the signs are different, which means I have to do a little bit more work, and I need to subtract these two numbers. So I'm really going to do 12 minus 9 in my head, and I get 3. And then I look, which number is bigger, 12 or 9? 12 is bigger, and it's positive, so my answer is positive 3. The next example, 23 plus 6. They're both positive. This is like a problem you saw since you were in about probably first or second grade. So I add like I normally would. 23 plus 6 gives me 29. And it's positive because both of them are positive. These are the next three. Please hit pause and try them on your own, and then continue to find out the answers. Okay, so in this one, they're the same sign. So I just add like I normally would. 13 plus 1 is 14. And they're both negative, so my answer is negative. In this problem, they're different. One's negative, one's positive. So I subtract. 27 minus 27 is 0. And in this last one, you have three numbers. So I would worry about the first two first. They're the same sign. So I add, I get 4 plus 1 is 5. And they're both negative, so this is negative. Bring down the rest. I have plus, negative 5. Now they're the same sign. They're both negative, so I add them. 5 plus 5 is 10. And they're both negative, so my answer is negative. Come with your questions and be prepared for class. See you tomorrow.